everybody. We're at the band show, and today we're talking to my friend, Don Winn. Say hi, Don.
Hi.
Well, hey. All right, Don, so we want to know a little bit about you. You feel ready to tell us a little bit about you?
Depends on what you ask.
I find that some things can be challenging, and I got to get over those challenges. Do you have any big challenges in your life?
I've had a lot of big challenges.
Is there any you'd like to talk about?
Yeah. Well, my biggest challenge was with dyslexia.
Oh, can you tell us what that is?
Yeah, well, dyslexia is a problem in decoding written language. Now, when I was growing up, we didn't understand any of that, and most people didn't know what dyslexia was. And so I struggled in school. I had a difficult time reading. Writing was almost impossible for me. And after the second grade and first year, that's when I started having some one-on-one work with me to kind of help me to kind of figure out my own way of kind of reading and decoding.
Wow.
And so it's been a struggle all through school. And I never, ever thought I would be an author.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that would be the one thing that would be hardest for you to do if you have a trouble reading and writing, right?
Oh, definitely. That would probably be at the very bottom of the list of a job that I thought I would ever be able to do.
So what got you into writing books?
Well, it wasn't until I was in my 30s and I had an opportunity to express myself with some poetry. And I did a poem, and I realized at that point that, you know, I could do this. It was short and pithy. It's not like a big old novel. I said, you know, I can write creatively. And so I kept writing poetry. And after a while, that led to children's picture books, and then eventually chapter books. In a world where the kingdom is in collapse, a young boy, 12 years old, becomes a knight and helps to save the kingdom. Now, that's not that great of a movie trailer, but on the fly, that's
awesome. That's a perfect setup.
Yeah.
I can imagine boy knight, sword in hand, ready to fight wrongs and right rights. I guess.
Yeah, chivalry is the word.
Chivalry.
Chivalry.
Can you tell the kids at home what chivalry means?
Well, chivalry is a code of conduct. For a knight, it's honor, loyalty, friendship. It's doing the right thing, helping others. Now, unfortunately, a lot of knights back during medieval times didn't do the right thing. They were kind of self-centered. And that's what happened in the fictional land of Nox that young Sir Kaye is a part of. The kingdom was falling apart, and his father was a famous knight, Sir Balfour, and he wanted to be like his father. And he did a brave deed by saving the queen's nephew, and he was knighted for doing that brave deed. And so he became a knight a lot sooner than he expected. He was thrust into an adult world, and as the stories develop, you get to see him grow as a person and meet these challenges. And he's very relatable to kids today.
There's a wheel behind you. I'm going to ask you to spin that wheel, and then when I say stop, I want you to stop the wheel. All right, spin the wheel, and stop. Okay, what did it land on?
It landed on truth or dare.
Ooh, truth or dare. Now, either I will ask you some very personal questions, or you take the dare. What do you want to do?
Go ahead and ask me a personal question.
Ooh, okay, all right.
You can dare me.
I dare you to answer these questions. So, Don, is there anything that scares you?
Is there anything that scares me? There's a lot of things that scare me.
Can you think of one of those things, and tell us about it?
Well, I don't particularly like spiders.
Ooh. Is it all their legs, or that they're really tiny?
I think it's the 8 legs.
Yeah.
There's something about spider. I see a spider, but the newspaper immediately goes down on it.
Oof. And before we go, we're going to do one last thing. I want you to look at the camera and say goodbye with me. You ready? Here we go. Goodbye.
Goodbye.